What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Siouxsie and the Banshees and their 1984 album Hyaena. Thank you again to Nikola. And the next track is Belladonna, written as one word. I mean, Belladonna in Italian means like beautiful lady, but I think Belladonna, especially when written as one word, refers to nightshade, which is like a really toxic plant. So given Siouxsie and the Banshees, I'm more inclined to think toxic plant, and yet I would not be surprised if there's meaning in both of those directions. Now maybe it'll have nothing to do with either of those ideas, but again, I would not be surprised if there is some dual layering of the phrase of the title. In any case, let's give it a listen. This is Siouxsie and the Banshees. The song is Belladonna, and it's from their 1984 album. Oops, I thought I had it queued up. I apologize. But yes, it's from their 1984 album Hyaena. There we go.
And I
feel like I had been drugged by the end of this song. I love that. It's, okay, number one, it's slightly less intense or haunted than a lot of their other tunes. Now, that's not to say that every one of their tunes or every one of the Creatures tunes has had this haunted intensity, but this one had more of like a light feeling, maybe a bit light mixed with dark, but yeah, it was a bit lighter than a lot of their other songs. It had a quirky element to it. I was thinking about halfway through that if you took out Siouxsie's voice and put in Robert Smith, it could totally work as a Cure song. Nevertheless, I enjoyed her vocals, which, like the rest of the song overall, felt a bit lighter and a bit more, I don't know, not consonant, but like just a bit more smooth and a bit less intense and imposing, though of course I love when she sings with an intense manner. But yeah, so number one, the tune felt a bit brighter than some of their other songs. Number two, I love the drum fills, rolls, and flourishes along the way, and I enjoyed the like different sections which would suddenly kick in with a different drum rhythm, which would give it a different rhythmic feel overall to the different parts of the track. I enjoyed the vocals, especially at the end. There was like this swelling of operatic style vocals, which again, Belladonna, I mean, it's making me think of Phantom of the Opera, the, what is it, Prima Donna song, where they're trying to placate Carlotta and they're calling her Belladonna. But, you know, it's the kind of phrase you'd hear in Italian opera, and by the end there were like operatic vocals. Now, that itself became, again, like psychedelic. It felt like everything was like slipping into this psychedelic haze and becoming a bit, maybe not arrhythmic, but, you know, disconnected. It was like the different parts of the track were floating apart from each other, which I very much enjoyed. So I do think Belladonna as Nightshade is part of this. I thought there was a line, something like a lover's sleep or something like that, which again, it feels like, you know, that could be a reference to, wasn't in Romeo and Juliet, didn't Romeo take Nightshade? Was that, oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick? Wasn't that Nightshade? Maybe I'm wrong. Nevertheless, I feel like that's gotta be part of this, but maybe also, again, playing off of the, like maybe the personification, like the, you know, anthropomorphizing of the drug, you know, as a person, as a beautiful woman, and thus, you know, the intoxicating qualities or the way that you can be affected, like, you know, psychochemically. Nevertheless, I really did enjoy it, and it had a different feel, again, than a lot of their other tunes, but in a very good way. So, yeah, again, I'm enjoying the whole run of their albums, but it is interesting as we've gone album to album, the variety of the tones of their songs, if that makes sense. Even though, again, a lot of them have been heavy and intense and, you know, a bit wicked. So, yeah, a really cool one from them. Once again, shout out to Nikola. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.